Ladies and Germans, how you all doing? This is Con Ulrich.
And I'm Rangru, and hello.
And guys, it's that time again to bring you some of Steel Division League from the Asia Division, I believe it is. We are on Omaha. It's a beautiful hedgerow. Hell here. Rang, who do we have?
Well, in the left-hand side, in blue, we have Rinters as the 2nd French Armored Division. And on the right-hand side, in red, we have DuroSVK as the 91st Luftlande.
So, we were talking a tiny bit beforehand, and in my mind, the initial gut reaction I had before really we started talking about this is that the 91st Luftlande would be completely overmatched. Now, you said that was definitely not going to be the case. Why is that? Give me two reasons.
Well, it's going to be a bit of a tough map for the French, as this is a very infantry-focused map, as we've seen multiple times before. And the French don't have that much infantry, you know? It's very, very light. So it's all about using their vehicles and trying to do a good vehicle push. But that's going to be tough because hedgerow hell. The Wolverines aren't going to be that great because there's no 1.2 kilometer areas to really take advantage of that range. So I think, thinking for Rinters, he's going to, use Stuarts, more light tanks, artillery, as you're seeing here, with mortar, and hopefully try to make a breakthrough out of one of these choke points. I think north would be good, but we never see anyone cap at northern town at all. So I don't know. I think Duro, he's going to be pretty Gucci this map. It's a very nice Luftlande map. A lot of good defensive positions. Fallschlägers, fall from the sky and shoot a bunch of guys in the face. And, yeah, it's going to be good. I haven't really seen both divisions in too much, really. So
that seems totally fair. And we're going to get started in just a second here, I know. But, in fact, we'll...
And there we go.
Exactly. So here's the question I was always going to ask. Why does it always seem to be a very, very light deployment on the southern side for the Allies? It just seems, I don't know, consistently. I don't know why. It's like it seems the top of the map is always where all the attention is.
Everyone always tries to do that heavy push in the town, and then it fails every time because it's such a hard town to push for the Orchard, covering the south, and then it's just a choke point up north. You have to use smoke. That's really the best way to capture a town. You got to smoke it to hell and just rush on through.
Definitely sounds like wise words. I'm actually also surprised to see as many MGs as we are starting off. It seems like both players would be theoretically taking a more defensive position here.
Yeah.
There's, what, 1, 2, I want to say 3 MGs? Yeah, 3 MGs for the French, and at least that many for the Germans, I think.
Sacre bleu. All the M1919 models, no 50 cows. Doesn't get too many MGs, but, I'll take an MG any day of the week. But pretty passive from the French. Mr. Rinters getting a little bit of a foothold in this northern middle section here, but no like crazy sacre bleu rush.
Sounds about right. So with the, let's call it very, very limited ranges, do you think we're actually going to see this Pak-36 throw out that huge rocket at the front of it? I keep waiting for that to happen. I keep waiting. Oh yeah, I'm praying.
I would love to just. We've never seen that happen in a replay at all, I believe. So
that's
that
about
would
right.
be like our last time I've seen that used personally was like back in August. I swear it was back in August since I've seen the Pak-36 actually shoot the goddamn rocket. But I don't know, maybe we'll be blessed on this replay to see some Stealth Granata 40 run.
That would be just fine by me. We are going to see a couple of WC-52s moving in super early with those. Oh my gosh, for the Sapios. I was going to say, my French is awful. I have to turn to you there, my Canadian comrade.
But, that's going to be interesting, because that would be great clearing the town of those Fallschlägers, because Fallschlägers don't like flame. It's just getting into the town's the hard part, because you're just going to get shot up. Fortunately, he does have the 52s, which have a 50 cal fire support, which is nice. That's nice.
Well, and I would agree with you, but I can't help but wonder if it would not be better to move that Stuart just a wee bit closer. I can't help but feel he's not going to get a whole lot of actual...
Yeah, I think that's just a defensive position there in case there's an enemy anti-tank gun. But look, he's smoking the area. I think he's going to make something happen up here.
That sounds about right.
Can he do it? He's even bringing in the command unit, which is definitely going to help a lot in stopping those flamethrower troops from being good or surrendering. That's a French surrender joke, but I'm not going to touch it. I will run away from making that joke.
Run away with your hands up in the air?
Yeah, waving a flag.
We got to get more Fallschlägers to actually support that, though. It looks like some more of those Ersatz troops are moving in just to the south of the town. What do you... Okay, call it. Are we going to see a broken German defense? Because I don't... For me, I don't think we're
I
going to
don't
see that
know.
happening.
It's gonna be tough getting in there. I mean, he's wrestling in those WCs, and they're not as armored as a 50 cal. I mean, a half track. I mean, but he needs to unload. He needs to get the flamethrowers off. Yeah, one
One's
gets
already
destroyed.
down.
Second one jumps out. Can he do the flamen?
He might get one of these guys, but oh my gosh. Oh my god, this is awful.
Well, the smoke's covering him, so he could probably go and get that second, the Northern Feldjäger, and clear him out.
Yes, but even if he goes into mano-a-mano fighting, he is just... Oh my gosh, that just fell apart.
Yeah,
wow.
The WCs just got blown up because he lost that first sappers to, like, I believe it was machine gun fire. He needed just loaded out a second earlier, but oof.
Actually, no, Uluk threw out a anti-tank grenade.
Oh, damn! Rails actually do something, huh?
Who knew?
Who knew? But, yeah, and that's a big blow for the French, because they can't get that many sappers, so trying to gear up to do another assault like that will be costly.
Well, we are going to see some Spahis coming out to the south. The M8 is coming up to support it. And at least it looks like Winters will decide to pressure in a different area, which I definitely agree with. But
yeah, it's I mean, it's always tough attacking that northern town, so maybe if he can make something happen, I think middle is going to be his best bet, as the south side Jory is just a goddamn meat grinder. And it's not going to be great when you're being attacked by two Feldjägers, and he's really heavy on the Feldjägers. He's already deployed like six out of 8 in A phase, and usually the rule of thumb for a lot of players is you maybe have 2 to 3 Feldjägers on. I
hate to cut you off. There is a Stewart that's going to get... Oh, yes, Faust away. Fallschirmjäger's crept in close. Another guy played target, and there goes one Stewart already. That
is
a big loss, I would say.
That is a big loss. I mean, those Feldjägers are really just tearing up the town. I mean, just look down south too, Khan. Or one does get killed. But maybe Reinter's can do something here with the M8. Do a bit of a counter push.
I don't know if that's really going to work too well. I mean, as long as he moves this Fallschirmjäger squad away from the tree line, the M8 is very, very limited to what it can do.
Good point, and also the anti-tank gun covering the road. But even though Rinters isn't, gaining that important plus run early on, he's holding the map pretty well. He's starting to put some more pressure on this northern middle section here. So I think this is really going to be his best bet to get something done.
That sounds like it should be about right. I have to admit, we are seeing some more infantry being deployed to the north. I'm thinking he's trying to make a lot of noise to drive some reinforcements down here, and then he's going to push again in the north, and I can't say I agree with that idea.
Yeah, it's just... I mean, a northern town is just going to be a pain in the butt. It's just going to be bloody. It's just going to be a bloody fight, and once again, Rinters can't afford, war of attrition with infantry.
I can't help but agree with you there. We are going to see another mortar coming on now. Southern side calms down for a little bit, and yep, it just continues to be war galore.
Got off-map artillery from
Duro. Oh, I didn't see that. Good call.
Look at the 210s. That's going to be, that's not going to be good for Rinters at all.
Oh, and you can see that. He can see the crossroads, too, so he could drop down some artillery right there. That's actually an amazing position for him.
Oh, damn. Good point.
And he's blowing it, looks like. No, he's going too far to the north now. All right. Limiting a lot of the usage.
That's going to be a very useful unit. That's pretty much going to shut down Rinters' assaults for the rest of A phase.
Okay, but let's move on later into this game for a second as it kind of calms down a little bit, comparatively.
Yep.
Phase B, Phase C. Ooh, 2 M8s to the north. Who starts to take the advantage on that one? Is it that the 91st kind of, shoots their wad in the first phase and they can't do anything else, or how's that work?
Whereas it's interesting because Duro, he's already shot his rod a little bit with his Feldjägers. I mean, he can only get like 2 more Feldjägers out in this match before he runs out. And he does have like Grenadiers and Pioneers to help even out the ranks. But, once he loses Feldjägers, he's not going to be in for a good time. But even though, like, French isn't great later on, I just, something like a 15-point difference isn't too bad. And also, he has a lot of, access to Shermans, light armor, Greyhounds, etc. And they're all pretty good in this more CQC area. And, as we've seen before with Luftlande, You know, it's all about the Mortar 2s and whatnot. But the Mortar 2s aren't going to be great in this map as it's so bloody close. And I do just want to note it's Northern Assault's going really well with this armor. Sacre bleu.
Indeed, actually, I'm kind of disappointed that he dropped an entire artillery barrage trying to kill one mortar. That seems a little bit like overkill. I would have dropped on Northern Junction.
I mean, it's only like a 60mm mortar too. It was being a bit of a pain in the arse, but yeah, I think that is a little bit overkill. But
at long last, there's their artillery barrage, but I don't think that's those guys aren't going to be there in 40 seconds.
Yeah, and holy, it's just working really well. Just look at the fire support coming down. But the problem is he doesn't really have much infantry to capture the town, and Rave's slowly moving up, but it's only like one Rave squad, and they're not... Okay, they're not too bad in CQC. They got the 2 SMGs at least in the ground, so they can make something happen, but...
But again, to me, that just kind of proves what I was saying early on. I kind of wish that Stuart had been initially a lot more aggressively deployed.
Yeah.
Those triple MGs would have been perfect for this.
And oh look, that Sappers is going to run right into the off-map artillery.
I wonder how many of these half-tracks are going to go down. Ooh. Yikes. Oh my god.
Not okay, close your eyes, viewers, this is not safe for work.
Yeah, cover your children, take them away. Oh my gosh. Shockingly enough, no kills, but a hell of a lot of suppression.
A lot of damage, and that's pretty much going to shut down that, so that's going to give Duro time to bring in reinforcements. Got the Panzer Strike squad, got another Falltjäger squad, I believe, so... That's
his last one, by the way, I think.
Okay, that's... It's going to be pretty rough if he loses those Falltjägers, but at least his Pioneers. And Pioneers are pretty good in this map, actually, just due to how close range it is. But still, it's just very aggressive, pretty much using all the Falltjägers early on. You've never really seen a lot with 91st players.
True, true. And we're going to see an M10 coming on in. How do you feel about that?
I mean, it's good fire support. It won't be able to take advantage of that super long range, but, you know, it's only like 130, 125 points, so it's... No, it's not a terrible purchase, just gonna need a supply truck to resupply his HE eventually.
True, true. Now, it does look like the French are gonna try and make another kind of, let's call it, vaguely aggressive push here, but that artillery is gonna come down just about the right time, I would think.
Yeah, it's gonna be a little bit short, I believe, and just looking at the area, but it's gonna be enough to at least stun up the infantry now, maybe get a few kills, and that's gonna be the last off map for Duro, and Winter's even got themselves a Spitfire on the field doing some strafing runs, but nothing really too crazy.
Let's see. Okay, I don't think that Sapper is going to get any real usage. It looks like he's too weak. He's going to get machine gunned down in a second here.
Yeah, and I think it's off. Oh, just look at it. Oof.
I keep waiting for that artillery to actually take out that M10.
Yeah, I mean, it's very risky. He could lose it on an RT strike, but he's lucky today. He manages to get out of his life.
Panzer Abwehr in the meantime is like, hey, quick guys, opportunistic shot.
Gets a good hit, doesn't kill the Greyhound, but it's going to be fallen back for now at least. And Rinter's finally getting a foothold in the town, bringing in some more infantry. It's probably going to be the I forgot the name. I'll see him in a second, but the bazooka.
Voltigeurs. Voltigeurs?
No, those are the sappers. I've been calling the pioneers, the flamethrower troop sappers. I'm terribly sorry. The guys with the bazookas and the satchel charges aren't.
You know, I was thinking exactly the same thing as you, so yeah. That's okay.
I was thinking of like the pose.
Exactly.
They're called sapperies, but
Saperti, yeah.
Nonetheless, you know, flamethrower is flamethrower in the end of the day, and we're not going to be seeing any more pioneers anytime soon because that was probably the last run out. But it's a good foothold that Winters have on this town. It's not the entire town, but it's enough for now at least, and he is gaining that slow and steady +1 point advantage.
That is true. We're seeing a Pack 40 being brought on in, Flak 36 in the meantime behind the front lines, and the Fallschirmjägers are charging forwards to push back those very, very plucky French.
Yeah, and we're seeing a French off-map here. The Sherman with 155 mils, never see it. I mean, you never really see like smaller off-map artillery units to begin with, so that is an interesting choice.
But you have to think, it is a good set of, how do I put this delicately, oh yep, you're right, they're the sappers. But oh my gosh, it's good fire support even with just those machine guns. He doesn't need it for the anti-tank.
Yeah, I mean, it's not flying against like a heavy like armor division, so 50 cal and 2 machine guns is definitely going to be rather nice.
Mm-hmm.
And oh, this town fight's going pretty well. Sappers are getting in, the Fallshagers are getting stunned up, and I think he can just barely make it. It's just getting into good position and using those satchel charges to great effect.
Focke-Wulf going in. Oh my gosh, what else is coming on in? Okay, so we have a ton of extra infantry for the Germans rushing back in to reinforce that town.
Yeah. Their reserves.
Exactly. I don't think it's going to be enough, though. That Stuart's got an engine destroyed. We have Panzerabwehr moving on in. I think he's going to get a shot off.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
There we go.
Then that was really good Panzerabwehr play all over. He's been knocking out quite a few tanks. And once again, Panzerschrecks, you just... People always underestimate the range those things has.
That is very true. Now, we are going to see, like you said, that 155 could drop down that artillery strike. Oh no, okay, he's going for that anti-tank park.
And I don't think he's gonna kill it because it's it's a smaller artillery barrage, but I mean in terms of like caliber.
Yes.
But it's gonna be enough to at least stun up and do some damage at least. It's just that he's very focused on this northern section. Look out, Wolverine's gonna be looking right down that road, and that's gonna be pretty beautiful.
Actually, it's kind of funny. I think he's just a bit high.
Oh, yeah.
He's getting a couple of shots off now, but you find an air such troop, and that's what they're made for.
Exactly. They're literally meant to be suppressed.
Yes,
that's the
sir.
entire point they have the bloody disheartened thing. But yeah, it's just...
IG-18 goes down, Pak-40 goes down.
Ooh, I take back my words. Damn, yeah, was a good kill.
And this artillery strike's going to be even worse.
Oh, that's going to be perfect. If he just rates a little bit, don't move up his sappers now, he can just clear out. There are some stern pioneers now, which will be a bit scary, but look, the fire support's doing damn good, which is exactly how the French should be using their units. And, yeah, his artillery barrage is going to be lovely. Absolutely lovely. And Rinders is doing really well, considering. Like, I'm loving his French play. It's really quite a bit of an art.
I was actually I'm surprised, actually, to see that. Oh my gosh, here it comes.
Yeah.
Actually, wait, but the 155, this is just a suppression play, I would think.
Yeah, it's a suppression play. But,
Ulig is down, though, which means the entire German position is going to fall apart.
Yep. But there's no real French infantry right now to really make it fall apart. We got like that one sappers moving in. Gets the surrender. Oh god, he might be able to do this.
Nope.
And the sappers could get the stew.
The sapper? I don't think that. Oh yeah, you're right. I always forget about that Zook.
Yeah, the Zook satchel combo.
Zook Suit Riot. Pretty sure it's not actually the name of it, but.
Oh god, he can. Is he gonna kill it?
Yes, he is.
Lovely.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
The German position is beginning to collapse here. We're seeing an MG-34 thrown into the middle. And actually we saw there's a 396 artillery piece sitting on the south central part of it.
No, I don't see that often.
No, we don't. But I mean, even the French are making some slow gains over here too.
Yeah. And once they capture his town, it is smooth sailing. You just park the Wolverine on the road. Nothing can really get up. And even then, you can start attacking out, and look at all of it. It's huge tracts of land that the French can take advantage of with their tanks and fire support and stuff. Yeah, I still want to note, we got the Abra still behind enemy lines. That's rather sneaky positioning now. I like it.
He's a very plucky individual. M10's not going to see him at any time soon.
Nope.
And those Sturm Pioneers, these guys, there's barely any of them left.
Nope, and they're going to be that good when in an open field. And this is perfect. This is one of the first times you've really seen in a while. Yeah, the player on the left-hand side has managed to capture this Northern town.
That's true, and actually I do like also that he's not just doubling down on that northern side. He's using to say, okay guys, you know what? I have you pushed back in the north. I'm also going to turn around and start pushing back in the central part of the map. Because he's bringing up a command Sherman, not a command, but an M4A2, another Stuart moving in, another couple of half tracks of infantry. He's getting ready to gear up again for another push.
Yeah, and I'm happy that he's not falling into the southern choke point, like meat grinder hell, and he's instead pushing on these more advantageous areas for his map. People are always very scared pushing in the middle section of this map, just because of the hedgerows, but it works rather well. You're just not as clogged up.
Well, I think the thing that's really helping him out is that 762 machine gun sitting in that manor house, that spot is very underutilized. Very underutilized. That literally is the linchpin to the entire central part of this map. If you can push it from the right-hand side, you dominate the left, and the converse is actually 100% true.
That's a really good position. I'm seeing it, yeah. And he's got, defense up north. Yeah, that's bloody good.
396s are causing some issues to the north, though. They blew up a munitions truck, and that M10 has to fall back.
Yeah, artillery's gonna be a pain. I mean, he is marking it, so probably for an artillery strike. But they do 23 HE damage. That's a pretty big boom, I think, in scientific terms.
That's true, and you can also see the whole Schwerpunkt is starting to happen here. Half-tracks moving on forwards, sappers, moving in to take a couple of houses here. And
the Emperor got spotted up north.
Oh, you poor bastards. You magnificent, brave bastards.
They got spied.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. But yeah, you're definitely right. It's middle offensive. I mean, you've got Sherman, the Stuarts, the infantry, the half-tracks. He's ready to go, baby.
Well, there's a Martyr 2 to the north, so the unfortunate thing is that he can use the 1,200-meter range, but he doesn't really want to be using it there.
Yeah, I mean, the Stuart's in that lovely little choke point where, the mortar has to kind of like go around the long range to get the shot, or just have to risk it for the biscuit and rush around the corner. And he's not going to be risking it for the biscuit, which is probably the best move. And that Stuart's been like real good aggression. He's been moving that back and forth, just keeping the infantry at bay like an angry dog on a leash.
That is true, but those Grenadiers moving on in, they have Fausts.
Yeah, it's going to be... They're a little bit too far, and by the time they get into range, they're going to be exposed, but... I know it could work. It could work if, the Stuart's turn time takes a little bit too long, but... Or if you just use the stern pioneers to pop smoke and then rush the Grenadiers... There we go. Now he's using teamwork.
Well, the thing is that even if he... Yeah, even if the Stuart starts to run, he's not going to get out in time.
Exactly.
Now, I do want to make a quick call out. There is a Stug 3 down to the south. I don't really agree with that particular choice there. I would have thought it would have been better served to be to the north, at least the north-central part here, but...
Unless you can, do some sort of attack, I don't think that Stug's going to be all too useful.
Aligning? Oh, falling back. Oh, he's got to go through the trees. What? Oh. He is so boned.
Oh, yeah.
He is so screwed. Don't even waste it. Just there we go. Just surrender. Good call.
Oh, yeah.
So don't even waste the Faust on him.
Yeah. But Rince is still gaining that slow +1 point advantage. We are now into C phase, and yeah, this north and middle side is just going to collapse for the Germans.
You know what I really enjoy actually about Winter's play is that he's using like 7 or 8 guys to really focus on one at a time. It truly is overkill.
Yeah, but it's exactly how you should do it. He's got fire support up the Razoo, half-track, Sherman, Stuarts, and they're all just shooting up everything. And because a lot of the 91st stuff is rather soft, it's going to work rather well. It's not like he has to run into it and try to kill Panther, and he also just lost to Wolverine up north to the Mortar 2.
Okay, I was actually looking down to the south because we have Furball going on up in the air. 2 Spitfires facing off against the ME-109 ground attacks.
Like a Battle of Britain.
Yeah, and actually I don't think the Spitfire's going to make... At least one of these is probably going to die. He's smoking quite extensively.
Yeah. God, it's a little bit like Dunkirk. But
and there goes one of them.
Gets killed.
Hope that wasn't Tom Hardy. Man, that was a good movie. Heart in my throat the entire time. And I know how that ends!
Escape.
Just like Steve McQueen.
Germany loses the war.
Shut up. We have the 57. Actually, we're on the brink of a +2, and I can't imagine we won't help but see that soon enough. We have a Flak 36, the only thing that's keeping... Oh, and the Stug right there. Yeah. Only thing that's keeping the French forced back in the north here.
That Stug 3 is going to be a bit of a tough customer, as it does have that 2-star veterancy. It's got some pretty decent armor. So, it's going to just have to use overwhelming firepower to try and deal with it. But after that, it's pretty smooth sailing coming through the middle. And if he can push through the middle here, he can then reinforce the town up north and help cut off the little offensive.
That is very true. Now, I do want to say, if we were just judging this purely in terms of who wins the battle in the air, the 91st Luftlande would have this hands down. There was very, very briefly a ground attack Spitfire came in, dropped its bombs on the artillery park, and then very quickly got shot down. So you know what? I'm going to call it a moral victory so far for the Germans.
Or he's trying to look for those little victories, aren't you?
Exactly, exactly. You know, if they lost the war then, I'd like to see if they can win a battle or two here.
We may have lost Stalingrad, but at least we reduced it to rubble. They're not going to be producing any tanks yet soon.
It's true, exactly. Where's Stalingrad today? It doesn't exist, does it?
Same with Leningrad. Jesus Christ, these Germans knew how to fight a war, I guess.
Exactly, exactly. Yeah. It's all about rebranding. So just to piggyback what you said earlier, we can definitely tell the Germans are all tapped out in terms of infantry when you're sending on in the recon troops to fight your wars. Yeah. And what's more than that, these two squads going in the Opel Blitzers, I can't help but feel those are probably, like you said before, Ersatztruppen, and that is just going to be no bueno.
Yeah, maybe like some pioneers or something along those lines, but the problem is Duro used all his Fallschlägers early on, and now he's paying for it because he doesn't have any Fallschlägers to get him through sea phase.
Oof. The 396s, though, these guys have been brutal. They take out an anti-air truck. Oh my gosh, that was just one round from each one. Jeez, that was insane.
They're really good. They're pretty expensive to afford and like bring up, but once you get like, you know, two of them on the field, they are just devastating. And they have like never mind, they have the same range as like a 6. No, they have like 200-meter range more than a 25-pounder. So yeah, they're like budget IG-18s in a sense.
Budget? Well, I thought would be that they're a little less expensive, aren't these guys?
Yeah, I mean, that's what I mean. Like, they're like 10 points less, and you know they're pretty good. Also, if you need an anti-tank gun, yeah, you go.
That is true. Although I've always felt if you need to have your artillery become anti-tank guns, you're doing something very, very wrong.
Or you're Russian.
That is also true. That is also true. That is, oh my god, we have nothing left.
Too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, I don't think Duro is really going to be able to make much of a break for the French. Are very entrenched in, you know, he's got good infantry positions, good fire support position with his half tracks and tanks, pretty much all over.
Are you saying he has his own private Maginot Line?
Yeah, he's made his own little Maginot Line, exactly. You know, and there's no Belgium to go around. I've not seen a Belgium here. So, yeah, he's pretty good. But we do have, you know, fight in the sky.
Is this a fight?
That's more of like a manslaughter.
Exactly.
But that's a lot of Messerschmitts, and it's good that he's keeping, you know, air dominance. But he's not really taking advantage of it. B3 would be pretty damn useful in trying to knock out some of these Shermans behind the hedgerows here.
Well, it is amusing to me that the Stroke 3 actually is getting shots of these guys back away, so, oh no, he just moved just at the wrong time.
But even then, Rinters, you know, he has like an 800-point lead right now. So he's very comfortable. Even if he was to start losing ground, you know, he can shit pretty comfortably for the rest of the match. It's going to be down to Duro to... I think Duro's going to need like a +2-point advantage to really take his back, and I just don't see him having the momentum to do that.
I have to agree with you, and we're seeing actually the anti-tank guns being brought on in now to solidify that position to the north. Where's that guy going? Yeah. Posting up, trying to protect against that Shug.
I believe it's first French... No, there was an anti-tank gun down south. At the
yes, 57 mil, yeah.
Yeah, it's all just 57s.
Yeah, true, you're right.
But yeah, it's just... He's been very aggressive, so I need anti-tank guns. We're attacking, not defending, Wonder.
You know, it's embarrassing. This Pak-36 to the south is in 600 meters range. Dude, you could have gotten closer and just used something that's 4 times as good. It's only 300 meters. You're fine.
Yeah, we just want to see the Stokerator. Come on, Duro. Just do us a solid here.
Exactly. You know, the embarrassing thing I can remember for myself, while we're just slowly ticking out towards the end here, is the first time I ever really saw that kind of thing happening was in Bandit Brothers when they're trying to take Carentan. And they find the whole kind of the Poopchin in the middle of the town.
Oh yeah. I remember that part.
Oh, strange to think. You know so much about World War II stuff, and then you kind of like, oh my god, I've never heard of this before. How?
Yeah, and still Division is like, it has a lot of reared units in it. Like,
yeah, it does.
Like, you think, like, when you play Company of Heroes or whatnot, you got, like, your 2.5 runs, you got your Pandas, you got your Panther 4s, you got your classic German equipment. Then you jump into Steel Division and it's like, what the hell? What's this U304? Is this, like, some dumb French half? Why are the Germans using a French half track? Russian artillery. Why would we use Russian artillery? Get stuck, goes down in the mid. Why are we using Russian artillery?
Oh, wait, the Pack 36 is getting closer and closer!
Oh.
One more round. Oh, weapons jammed. Getting close. Oh, he's dropping artillery barrage on top of it.
Yeah. He really wanted that Pack 36 dead. I mean, that's going to be a very rough 35-point kill.
Oh my gosh, that's too funny.
Yeah, do you want to take his times too?
Sure, at 33 minutes, and... Go.
But yeah, it's just, you know, just that slow tick down, really. And Duro, I mean, he's getting good kills with the artillery, that's for sure, but it's just... He has no real momentum to do any push. He's trying to push a little bit down south, but...
But he pushes right in the middle of an artillery barrage.
Yeah, and that's not good. And even then, if he was to, like, capture down south, it's open field, and then he's just gonna get killed by Greyhounds and tanks and Stuarts and, you know, all of fire support that France has.
Well, correct me if I'm wrong, but that OP M4A2s, they don't come multiples to a card, do they? I don't play the French that often.
I don't know. I never use them. I hardly play French either. So I have no bloody idea, Khan.
So I was going to say, that's the second one that's been called on in. The first one actually went down to that Stoke to the north.
Yeah. But it's definitely, like, I mean, we never see that unit or any, like, unit like that really being used. Oh, we got a railway artillery up.
I was going to say that 380 is being called on in, yeah.
Yeah, because big is always better.
It's true, the Germans are going to go down. They're going to make a hell of a bang in the meantime.
Yeah. And it's maybe enough to do a push. I mean, he has a Stug helping him out, but yeah, maybe he's going to be able to retake some ground in this middle. But once again, it's just not going to be enough. And for only 9 minutes, roughly, he has to get a lot of points.
That's true. I kind of feel like he's just going to be stuck in the mud, but sorry. You know, I don't know how I've never made that joke before.
I don't know how you haven't either. That's a good run. That's a good run. Especially in like the Eastern Front. Yeah, it's probably stuck in the mud a lot.
True. Well, you know, once they make Steel Division 1941, then we can definitely start making that crack often, but
yeah. Oh, look here, sir. We got the half track doing a bit of a balls to the rules rush in the mid. Going all the way around the German lines.
Wait, we gotta see anti-tank as the 396. Come on.
I think that.
Nope, never mind.
B3 finally up north. Kills the Sherman, which is gonna help out quite a bit, but no momentum to really make a push. All his infantry stand up. There's only one Stug free, and he is exchanging shots to the Wolverine. Gets the shooter knocked out, yeah, which is pretty good, but no kill.
And the 380 took out the Stuart, and I made it better. I was watching the explosions happening around, and I thought, if this thing does not die, I'll be really upset.
Yeah, well, yeah, but I mean, he's gaining some ground now, but still, it's just too little, too late for Duro.
Very, very true. And again, we see more and more recon troops being brought on in, and that's always a sign of desperation.
Yeah. I mean, it's just, once again, blew his rod early on the Feldjägers, and it's just rather hurting him right now. I believe it was going to be Fusiliers, so that's a pretty good recon infantry choice.
True.
Yeah, those are pretty much just line infantry, just with recon optics.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I've run to unload with an NCC. But yeah, it's Fusiliers, so they're pretty good. Just, but once again, you're correct. It's like, once you haven't, like, forcefully bring out Fusiliers to reinforce your front line, you're probably running low, because they are a romping 40 points.
I do have to note that he has taken back the entire town here. We have one tiny little, like, again, surrounded Spahi.
Yeah.
And there's Gropa Spahi being taken on out as well. Those guys have absolutely no equipment whatsoever. I feel bad for those Joes.
Yeah, they are buggered indeed. And we got a +1 point advantage now for Duro, but a bit late. It's a bit late.
Well, I can't help but feel he might have been a little bit better served to employ a little more air power early on.
Yeah, I mean, I think a B3 earlier definitely would have helped, because that thing is super useful, especially against French, as, you know, it's not really heavily armored, and especially on this map, as it's a lot of hedgerow hell, so being able to snipe a tank behind a hedgerow is always damn good.
Mm-hmm.
And those tanks and fire support were really doing it in this match. Just Rinters did a lovely job employing his Greyhounds, his half-tracks, his Stuarts, his Shermans, and just using his little amount of infantry to push and then be backed up by, you know, a lot of things with 50 cows.
Now, the scary thing is, though, is that had this game gone probably another 3 minutes here, we really could have seen a German victory.
Yeah, at the same time, to be fair, the French always, like, break out, you know,
that is true.
Break up past the 40-minute mark.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like they're designed to break once 40 minutes hit, same with 101st.
That's also true, yeah.
Like, at this point, I think Rinters could just, you know, go downstairs, you know, get a beer from the fridge, come back up, you know, go to the toilet beforehand, come back, and then see the victory screen.
Are you sure it's not what happened? Because we just have seen multiple multiple vehicles going down super fast.
Yeah, I mean.
And there's another Spitfire.
Yes, he's gonna win this match, fair and square. I mean.
That's good, because he's got nothing left. Look at this. I mean, if the Germans are able to get 30, 40 more seconds, man, he could take +3, and then where would we be?
I remember I joined a custom lobby. It was a 45-minute match, high income, and it was a 2v2, and the two players on the other side were both Panzer.
Really?
Yeah, and they literally, because it was high income, they could afford like a Tiger, like every minute essentially.
Yeah.
And they just had Panthers and Tigers. It was dreadful. It was absolutely dreadful. But nonetheless, Rinters takes the victory on this match, yo.
Well, look at the KD. It's absurd.
That's
it's just
over double.
That's absurd.
Double. And I think did Duro kill some of his own units, I believe, or the Rinters did, one or the other. But just look at the kills. I mean, 155mm artillery piece doing pretty good. But nothing like too crazy, it's just very spread out, to be entirely honest. Sappers knocking out a bit, but no, nothing nutty.
Now, meanwhile, if you look at the Germans, Hoffman on that 396 howitzer, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 kills. Three of them being the Bofors. Yeah, he was the anti-air. He was the anti-air.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
That was the artillery pieces. It's good. Stug 3G as well. Railway artillery. But, I mean, just the KD speaks for itself. And just really good player from Rinters. That was phenomenal French play. We don't see the French being played all that often. And I love seeing them being utilized like that. Because they're really good once you know, take advantage of the highly vetted Shermans and Stuarts that you get. Just getting used to the low amount of infantry.
That is true. But that just about does it for me. How about you? Any other final words of wisdom?
I'm good.
That sounds good. All right, folks. Check in on Thursday to see the American game from the division. Well, the American division game, or North America rather. But for right now, this is Con Ulrich.
And I'm Rangaroo. Take it easy.